Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe in downtown Spring Hill is that rare mix of hometown charm and uptown style. At The Bean, they brew the finest cup of coffee, tastiest teas, and most refreshing smoothies and frappes around. The Bean is proud to serve delicious, handmade pastries by Scratch KC, and they have the best breakfast, lunch, and convenient grab-and-go options in town. Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe, downtown Spring Hill.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
It's out of here. Ties us up, a 2-run shot. Wild pitch gets by the catcher, and the go-ahead run will come across. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and swing and missing. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back into the program on Johnson County Sports Live. Another doubleheader on tap, the final non-conference doubleheader for the Cavaliers. It'll be conference and playoff action the rest of the way here in 2024 as the Cavaliers have a twin bill as they host the Archers of St. Louis Community College, Kansas versus Missouri here on Johnson County Sports Live. Glad everybody could be with us. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan and Bernard. It's a little colder day than we've been used to. We've been lucky, don't get me wrong, but It's been exact opposite with both of these teams coming in. Both of them coming in on 6-game winning streaks, and both have the ability to put up runs and put them up in bunches.
Yeah, no question. It's only 45 degrees here at first pitch, and you got a pretty stiff wind blowing out of the north-northwest at 17 miles an hour, gusting up to 30. So we may see some home runs today, partner, if they can barrel them up.
We've been seeing them from plenty, especially from Johnson County. Last game out, saw a couple from Aspen Burkhardt, Jaylee Jefferson, and both teams have shown the ability to have the long ball. Archers will get the first at bat. I imagine this is going to be a trend the rest of the day. Going to see a lot of players out there wearing the windbreakers or hoodies over the jerseys. It is a nice, cool day here and a nice, cool breeze. Maggie McNally in the center circle for the Cavaliers as she winds up and delivers on the opening pitch on the outside part of the zone. That's in for strike one. This 8th start, 9th appearance of the season for McNally. Comes in a 3-3 record, looking to bump that back above 500. 38 total innings pitched with a 3.68 ERA and 37 strikeouts as that one just misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. This is Crisco, the left fielder, leading off for the Archers, followed by Trello and Watts, the catcher and center fielder.
Yeah, and McNally has typically been a strikeout pitcher, so hopefully she can continue that trend today, because this is a good hitting Archers team here, partner.
10 strikeouts over her last 2 starts, 8 in the last one. A 6-1 victory against Northern Oklahoma for McNally, going 6 innings in that one. This one off the plate again, so after starting off with the first pitch strike, she's thrown 3 straight balls to make it 3-1 to Crisco.
Yeah, she needs to come back and get her here. We've talked about how important it is to keep that leadoff runner off base.
Here's the 3-1. Shows bunt, and it's put down on third base side. Burkhardt charging in. Throw to first. Going to be close, and she beats it out as that'll go as an infield hit.
That was a really good bunt right there. Really deadened the ball well. Aspen did just about all she could with that. She just a well-placed bunt.
So that now brings Gretchen Trello, sophomore catcher and outfielder for the Archers. Their best hitter coming in, a 489 average, over 90 plate appearances. Throwback to first, not going to be in time. Another first pitch strike for McNally. This is an important batter to get in front of and stay in front of. Comes in 14 doubles, three triples, and 7 home runs, 31 total RBIs. She leads the team in all those categories.
She's batting from the right-hand side, too, and that wind's going to help her if she gets one up into the jet stream.
Yeah, wind blowing today from the right field pole to the left field pole. But usually you get it into the power alley out there in left center. It might fly today. Crisco, leadoff man, is on. Next pitch to Trello. Foul tip straight back into the net our way.
Cavs in the navy and gold today. Looks pretty sharp.
Archers is in their visiting grays, light blue pinstripes. And the navy blue hoodies. That's going to be a nice trend. This one swung up, going out to right field. Ramsey has a beat on it and brings it in for out number 1. So in a 1-2 count, Trello flies out to right field. That's good enough for our first out here in the top of the first inning.
Third, the center fielder, number 18, Natalie Watts.
Now Watts, the center fielder, will step in, trying to move that runner over. The Cavalier defense did a good job in that conference doubleheader where they swept the Red Devils of Allen County, of making the Red Devils strand multiple runners in all of those games, 5 or more in both of them. They pitched shutouts in both those games, in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, this Cavs defense has been solid all year.
1 ball, no strike to Watts. Runner still at first. Next pitch from McNally. That one up just a little bit too high, so 2 straight balls to start this at bat. For McNally, this is something that has been a battle for her throughout this season. You can get that command and that control, trying to find the zone. When she's on, she's really on, and then sometimes when she's off, she can't be off. Runner going for a second. Good throw from Pinkerton as she whips around, comes off the bag. She is out. Good job by Jaylee Jefferson keeping the tag on her. And now there's 2 gone. Caught stealing is Crisco.
Yeah, Jaylee did a nice job there. Yeah, she was coming in hard and just couldn't get woed up.
after caught stealing. Base paths will be empty. And McNally can still battle back for a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Yeah, she could face the minimum here if she can find a way to get it out.
3 balls, 1 strikes. Next one, and got her on the inside. Had her crossed over a little bit. 3 balls, 2 strikes. McNally looking to battle back, put it into this top of the first.
Yeah, hopefully McNally can get a little better control here. Her pitch count's going to get pretty high pretty quick. She's been going full.
Next one inside, and a free pass initiated. Up to first base goes Watts. So runner is back on at first base, 2 gone for the Archers. In the cleanup spot is Jones.
Want to be careful here.
Morgan Jones, 359 average, 29 RBIs, 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Next one from McNally, starting to inch closer and closer, up to 20 pitches in this first inning.
She's not being very efficient so
She's
far.
behind in the count again, 1 ball, no strikes. There's the 1-0 on the way. Breaking pitch. That drops out of the zone. That's ball 2. Another throw over to first from Pinkerton to Ediger. But Watts is back in safely again. Normal infield for the Cavaliers with Burkhart in the hot corner. Jefferson at short. Carter at second. Ediger over at first base. Next pitch from McNally inside off the plate. And then 3 straight balls to start this at bat. Pinkerton the backstop. And Taryn Burkhart, Eve Morris, and Gracie Ramsey out in the outfield from left to right. Here's a 3-0, trying to clip back into the count. And that one is in for strike 1, and Jones didn't agree with it, was starting to make her way back up to first base. This pitch undoubtedly looked like it was in the zone, and really looked too questionable to me. 3-1, fouled it off. So again, McNally, after 3 straight balls, battling back to make it full 3-2. I got his pitch number 20 coming up next.
Yeah. But, you know, we've seen a lot of these ladies go 100 pitches and more.
Watts will be going on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. And there she goes. And the pitch from McNally. That one's inside. So now back-to-back walks to make the base paths a little bit more crowded here in the top of the first inning.
Infielder's got to force at any base here, so hopefully get a ground ball at somebody.
Pinkerton takes some time going out, talking with McNally, trying to settle her in. Focus in 1 out away from getting out of now this 2 out, 2 runners on jam. CeCe Mora, freshman utility player, in next. She's in the 5 spot and is playing shortstop.
Maggie really struggling with her control right now.
Another 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's in there, strike 1. Pinkerton will throw. Carter keeping a close eye over at Watts on second base. Archer's a team that do not like to waste chances with runners in scoring position. A team batting average total of 392. Runner going for third. She's going to be out by a mile. No, tag. I guess did not get there in time from Burkhart.
No. Throw was on the on the foul base side. Hard for Aspen to get that tag around.
Thought she was going to get it around in just enough time.
Looked like it, but boy, that would have been a no-no, making the third out at third base.
Now Watts, that just stole third. Jones still singing tight at first base. Swing and a miss there from Mora. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes in the count. McNally again back to 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Meanwhile, for the Archers, that runner over there at third, if they get that run to come across, they're going to be feeling mighty well about themselves going into the bottom half of the first.
Yeah, and there's no defense against the walk.
McNally able to get out of it, though. Her first strikeout, none bigger right there. Leaves those runners stranded at third and first base. Taryn Burghardt will lead it off for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the first. Coming up next on JC Sports Live.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
The Cavaliers able to get out of the top of the first inning jam. Archers had runners at the corners with two gone and a big swing and miss strikeout. The first of the day from McNally, coming off in her last appearance where she got 8 strikeouts. That was a big one to get her Cavaliers bats up in a 0-0 ball game. Burkhardt's in left fielder will lead it off, followed by Izzy Carter, the second baseman, and Jaylee Jefferson, the shortstop. The traditional 1-2-3 punch for Coach Aubrey Bratton-Volkins and the rest of the coaching staff. It was a first pitch ball. Here's the next one that is on the way. That one borderline off the plate, though. 2 balls, no strikes. Marilyn Ranks, the freshman pitcher and also a utility pitcher, her 13th start, is so far put out there as the ace for the Archers. 52 total innings pitched, a 1.35 ERA coming into this contest, and she's going to have a good challenge in front of her taking on these Cavalier bats.
Taryn sitting with a 3-0 count here.
A master of drawing the walk and getting on and letting her base stealing do the talk. Tied with the lead at 14 with Jaylee Jefferson of the team in total stolen bases. There's a 3-1 from Rank trying to battle back. That one off the plate, so Burkhart will draw a walk, a 5-pitch walk. She'll make her way up to first, and now if you're Rank, you got to be thinking in the back of your mind that she might be taking off her second base, as both her and Carter taking a nice look at Bratton-Volkins over there at third base and seeing what she have put on. If they have anything put on here, we'll see. Digs in Izzy Carter getting the start at second base. 12 of the last 13 games she's gotten the start there early in the season. It was kind of back and forth with her and Emma Smith, but Carter has really come through at the plate. Crucial RBIs for the Cavaliers and has shown a little bit more consistent stride. So she's gotten the nod at the starting spot for the majority of this last leg of the season. Burkhart kind of stuck in between, was waiting, now retreats back to first base. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. .308 average, 18 RBIs for Carter. Swings and misses that one. There goes Burkhart, and she will slide in. That's stolen base number 15 of the season. She jumps back in front of the team leading total. She pulls into second base.
She did a good job staying on the base there, too.
Carter behind in the count at the dish. 1 ball, 2 strike. Burkhart now moving from first, is standing at second base. Next pitch, soft contact, a flare out there to short, brought in. Burkhart forced to stay at second base, and there's out number 1. Now Jaylee will step in, just under 400 on the season, 397. Second in team in RBIs at 34 in total on 31 hits, including 10 doubles and 7 home runs. She had to make 2-run shot in that doubleheader 5 days ago here against Allen County.
And this young lady can generate some bat speed. I'm telling you, for her size. Amazing.
That one foul tip, now no balls, 2 strikes. And we've talked with Coach Bratton Volkins and the excitement that she has for Jaylee. It's someone that's so raw as far as the talent in softball that really didn't start truly playing until she was in high school. So she only has
a junior in high school.
Yeah, junior in high school. So this is really her third true year of playing softball. She takes a good take up there. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count now. And coming in freshman year, and the way that she's just performed in this freshman campaign, you would think she was a well-seasoned veteran out there right now. She still has 1 more year here at Johnson County, and I imagine she'll have some D1 or other 4-year college suitors lining up to get her in. Next pitch bounces. Burkhart taking off for third, and she gets in there without a throw.
Picked a good pitch to run on. Last game we saw Jaylee barrel one up and hit the light pole in center field.
Did. Runner in third, a deep fly, could bring her home. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jaylee. Next pitch, she puts it in play on the third base side. Burkhart went back to third, now going to home and had a hard time getting it out of the glove at first base. And she will slide in safely, and the Cavs will take an early 1-0 lead.
Batting fourth, the third base number 26.
So it's a ground out, but a successful and productive out for Jaylee Jefferson, as Taryn Burkhart did come down the line to score. And we talked about
the Hosmer dash there.
That's just what I was going to. The mad dash from Hosmer. We referenced it back in our last doubleheader. That was true to form, it from third to home. As it looked like Geisler over there at first base just had a hard time getting it out of her glove. Took a couple of attempts at it, couldn't get it. Now, this, of course, Aspen Burkhart doesn't need no introduction from us. Everybody knows of her her capabilities, her powers, leading the Kansas Jayhawk Conference in RBIs coming into this game with 43 total.
Wow.
Base pass empty for her with 2 gone. Takes that next pitch. That's in the zone. It's strike 1, a 2-1 count. Also had a home run in that doubleheader series against Allen County as well. Just a solo shot. Foul tips this one into the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A decorated high school softball player coming out of Seaman High School in Topeka, Kansas.
She's a good one.
Can flip the script in a game with 1 swing at the bat. She has proven it time and time again. The 2-2. Catcher trying to frame it, not fooling the home plate umpire. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burkhart making the count full. Currently have Eve Morris is on deck if Aspen can get on. Here's a 3-2. Borderline pitch, and she takes it and draws the walk.
The center fielder number 23, Eve Morris.
So now Morris will come in, and we were talking about in that last game, or the last doubleheader with Allen County, coming in on a 7-game hitting streak. And going back and looking at their official statistics page on the Johnson County website, they did credit her on that play that it was not an out, it was not an error, that it was an infield hit. So now the hitting streak is up to 9 games.
Oh, there you go.
Technically. It was one of those, it was a hard roller over, I believe it was on the third base side, that tried to play it, just couldn't quite squeeze it in. It was one of those, it was kind of bang-bang, but I think the overall consensus, at least here in the press box, was that at least at this level, at the play that's got to be made, therefore it's an error, and therefore that was that hitting streak that came to an end. But the official scorekeeper disagreed, but Morris got caught looking there, and a backwards K wraps it up here in the first inning. Cavaliers do get in front of the Archers 1-0 as they take it to the second inning.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait.
Back here, Cavaliers hold on to a one-run lead as we start things in the top of the second inning. Rankmeyer, Quanos, and Geisler, the three do up here for St. Louis Community College. A very fitting name for them, being from St. Louis, and the team called the Archers.
Yeah, it's pretty cricket.
Yes,
pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
Borderline pitch there.
Yeah, and another 2-0 count for McNally. It's driving the pitch count up. She's now at 27.
Yeah.
And this is part of her battle. Hard shot. Carter, unassisted, over to Ediger. That's good for the first down. So for McNally, able to get swinging contact there and let the defense play behind her for the first out. Again, this is something that we're going to have to keep an eye on as the game goes along. If she keeps having these innings where she's throwing 20-plus in every one,
yeah,
might have to go back, maybe bring in a Deja Gardenhire to close out the rest of this game, depending on where it stands.
Haven't seen too many first pitch strikes from either pitcher.
Mm-hmm. And then there, McNally battling back, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looks like that fastball runs away from right-handed hitters.
Next one to Quinones, pops it up. Ramsey out there in right, brings it in, and quickly 2 gone in the top of the second for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, maybe Maggie can have a efficient inning here.
And that would be much needed right now. She 25 in the first inning, 7 so far here, and gets in front a first pitch strike. Giesler. .453 average, 11 RBIs on 24 hits. And Ediger going up and able to bring that in. And there's the 3-up, 3-down inning for McNally and company as we move along. Cavaliers 1, Archers nothing on JC Sports Live.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Moving right along here between the Cavaliers and the Archers on GC Sports Live. Next pitch is in. That's in for strike 1. Ediger, who just had the third out to wrap it up in the top of the second inning, leads it off, followed by Kai Cordell and Ryan Pinkerton. 0-1, breaking pitch, slow roll up the third base line, but called foul. The game that originally was supposed to be starting at 2 o'clock, but had some weather rolling into the areas and a lot of rains, and moved it back about an hour away to the 3 o'clock start just to make sure we didn't run into any of that. Even with the nice turf fields, not preferably to play in some rainy weather. Here's the 0-2. Chopped. Going to be a tough play, and she beats it up the line. No throw. Another infield hit for the Cavaliers.
Yep. Nothing she could do with that.
Couldn't time it much better there for Kate. That's now the first official hit of the day right now for Johnson County. For either team, for that matter. Matilda taking a first pitch strike away in the zone. One ball, one strike to Cordell. Here's the next one she sees. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wanted to swing it, held up, thought it was off the plate. Umpire disagrees. One, 2, breaking pitch. Got her to swing through it. Hold the string on it, and Rank picks up her second strikeout of the game.
Had her fooled on the off-speed pitch.
Batting in for catcher number 9, Ryan Pinkerton.
And down swinging is Cordell, brings in Pinkerton, the catcher, with 1 guy. Edgar still over there at first base. Another pitch. Tried to break down the zone, but stayed up a little too high. That's ball 1. Pinkerton taking some time out of the batter's box. Now steps back in. Ready to go, and a 1-0 count. Here's the next pitch. 1 just below the knees. 2 balls, no strikes now. .450 average, 8 RBIs on 18 hits, including 6 doubles and 1 triple for Pinkerton. Is yet to find a home run. Again, on a nice day like today with a lot of wind, moving it towards the left center field wall, get it up in the jet stream. She can notch one into the official scorebook. Brief time here, taking some extra time for both parties. Now we're ready to regroup. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 gone in the bottom of the second. Swings at it. This one just over the glove of the pitcher. Played there at second. Tried to go for the out there, but she's in safely as Edgar.
Yeah, she tried to tag her instead of flipping it to the shortstop.
The ball took a bounce and stayed on the right side of the field, and instead of tipping it to the teammate to get the out at second, or just going to first and getting the out there and making it 2 gone in the inning, she tried to tag it herself and could not do it.
It was a good slide there by Edgar.
Slide in, hands first, grabbing a hold of second base. So she's now there, and Pinkerton over at first. Runners on for the Cavaliers, looking to build on to this 1-0 lead. Step in Gracie Ramsey, finding the count 0-1. This one right back at the pitcher. She'll go to first, and there's out number 2. Both runners will advance for the Cavaliers, both now in scoring position at second and third.
2 big RBIs out there for Taryn. She can find a hole somewhere. Walk-up music of Shania Twain there.
Yep. The more and more these games we do, I'll have to finish this side up later. Good pick by the first baseman, and the Cavaliers leave 2 in scoring position, and the Archers work out of a jam themselves. Still a 1-0 ball game. On to the third on JC Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Did you hear what the three-point line was screwed up?
I did. As we're back here on JC Sports Time, we're talking about the. I believe we're talking about the women's.
Yes.
Was it the Elite Eight or the Sweet 16? One of the games. Yeah, one of the 3-point line. I believe it was Texas and whoever. I can't remember who Texas was playing, but yes, I did hear about that. The 3-point lines on one end of the court was in further than the other. They agreed to play through it. They got it corrected for last night's games. I know that, but that was quite a bizarre thing to see as we start with a swing and miss first pitch in the top of the third inning for McNally, who only needed 9 pitches to get through the second inning after going 25 in the first. A much more efficient start here. She faces the 9-hole hitter in Bax, who puts down a bunt. McNally charges in, takes it over to first in time, and Bax is put down.
McNally did a good job of getting off the mound and fielding her position there.
Left fielder number 16, Crisco.
We're back to the top of the order with Crisco. Was able to reach on earlier in the game and then got caught stealing at second base.
Yeah, she overslid the base, and Jaylee did a good job of keeping the tag on her.
One foul tip up the third base line. That goes foul. Count will now move to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Crisco. McNally would love nothing more to get another 3 up, 3 down inning. Keep this game moving right along. Takes her time. Righty delivers to the lefty. Breaking pitch. That one flares out into right field for a 1-out knock.
Yeah, she didn't try and do too much with that pitch. She just kind of went with it. Put a sweet swing on it.
And just what you want to do with a hitter like Gretchen Trello behind. Mentioned her stat line earlier for, long story short, she's basically the Aspen Burgard of this Archers team. Batting in the 2 spot. So you just want to try to get on, set the table for her, and let her go to work. She falls behind in the count, 0-1. To McNally for the second at bat in a row.
Let's get a ground ball at a middle infielder here.
This one going out to right on a line. Ramsey can't bring it in. It's over her glove, and here we go. Extra base hit for Trello, and they'll hold her up at third. It's Crisco. But the Archers are in business now with runners at second and third. 1 gone here in the top of the third inning.
Ball was well struck.
And for Trello, her team leading 15th double.
Now would be a good time for one of McNally's strikeouts.
First pitch, outside part of the zone, into the disliking of Watts, but it's in there for a strike. Watts reaching on with a walk and was left standing at third base in the top of the first inning. On attempt on foul. Rutgers maybe trying to play a little bit of small ball here, but with an 0-2 count, it's pretty much going to eliminate another bunt attempt here. At least I would think. I've been proven wrong one time on that so far this season, but
yeah, it usually takes it out of play.
And there she does get the big swing and miss. Yes.
Needed that. And that'll take a hit to get him home.
The designated player, number 26, Morgan Jones.
Second strikeout of the day for McNally. Now we'll face Jones, the designated player. Runner still at second and third, now 2 gone. Jones left at first. She last reached with a walk. And takes the first pitch strike. Now we're starting to see McNally when she really needs to get in front of these batters and looking to put them away. Another 0-1 count. Crisco at third, Trello at second. This one popped up. That's going to get up and out of play, and the count will move to 0-2. Still a pitcher's count.
I'd be willing to wager that if she gets this strikeout, she'll be pumped up.
McNally, another one that wears her heart on her sleeves, not afraid, no shortage of emotion whatsoever, good or bad. Be a big fist pump if you can get it here. Winds up, here's the 0-2. Pops it up, in fair play. And Carter calling off Edgar to bring it in, 43rd and final out. The Archers leave 2 more on base, and McNally settles down, able to get out of another jam. It's still 1-0 on to the bottom of the third.
Save the Children believes childhood without food is unimaginable. Yet around the world, children are suffering from the worst famine in our lifetime, coupled with conflict, poverty, climate change, and more. Join Save the Children and get fed up. Fed up with the lack of progress. Fed up with the injustice. Learn how you can get involved in the fight against childhood hunger at savethechildren.org/getfedup.
I'm fed up. We're fed up. We're fed up.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
That's what we said, nowhere or there.
On to the bottom of the third. For those who might not have heard, for as far as Chiefs news, as we're getting right into Royals baseball season, the 2-time back-to-back defending champions just signed Clyde Edwards-Helaire to a 1-year contract today. For any fans of number 25, running back room in pretty good shape for the Chiefs, as this one is lined out into center field. It's a leadoff single. Wasting no time as Izzy Carter going after the first pitch she saw and puts it out in play.
Let's see if Jaylee can get into one here.
It's his top 4 part of the order: Burkhart, Carter, Jefferson, and Burgart, that really do the most damage for this Johnson County team. In that second game against Allen County, the top 4 hitters drove in 6 of those 9 runs.
That's impressive.
.38th pitch on the way and chopped and foul by Jaylee.
Sounded like that chopped off the plate.
Yeah, it did sound not. It got a piece of something. Okay, 0 for 1, grounded out to third in her last at bat. Another one off the end of the bat on the right side of the field. First baseman will take it, step on the bag herself, unassisted put out for out number one. Jaylee will now be 0 for 2 on the day. But again, productive out at least as Carter is able to move up to second base.
Dangerous hitter at the plate.
Reach for the walk in her first at bat.
Ooh, she had a rip. She was trying to get one up into that wind today.
Trying to extend that team leading 13 total RBIs. Good breaking pitch there.
It was.
It's in the zone. And that was almost the exact pitch that she took long and 5 days ago against the Red Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking pitch over the heart of the plate. She put it out over the left center field wall. No doubt about it. 0-2. Off the plate, there's ball one. As we were looking at her total batting average with the total plate appearance she's had. This is now 85 on the season. She's still at 482, nothing to scoff at whatsoever. Swing and a miss there, not too many times. And she goes down the strikeout. 13th time she's been struck out this season.
86 at bats, that's not bad.
Yeah, and slugging at 1.169.
Yeah.
And they're on base at .516. And that is a huge out number 2 for the Archers. And they're going to get out of the leadoff hit from Izzy Carter. Cavaliers can't bring her home. They still lead 1-0. This game moving right along on to the fourth here on JC Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
So already in the fourth inning here, game one of our doubleheader between Johnson County Community College and St. Louis Community College. Maggie McNally starts her fourth inning of work, falls behind 0-1 here. And now she will go up against Mora, followed by Rinkmeyer and Quinoas. To get close to 50 on the day for McNally through 3, for right now, scoreless innings of work.
She needs to keep putting those goose eggs up there.
Got this swing and a miss strikeout on Mora in the first at bat. I'd like to give it to her again here, but behind in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Sun's trying to peek through these thick clouds.
2-1 off the end of the bat, first base line, that goes foul. Edgar can't make a play on it. And it's a heavy overcast day here in Overland Park. Sun can come through, can really maybe heat things up a little bit, make it a little bit warmer. It's it's about weather I'd expect on early April in this part.
Yeah, it's just a little below normal. I think normal somewhere around, low 50s. And we're at 47 right now, so it's not too bad. The wind has a little bit of a bite to it, though.
So roller, Carter, on to Edgar. There's out number 1.
As he did a nice job charging and getting that ball out of her glove quickly.
Her second put out of this game. Ringmeyer will now step in. She also grounded out to second base her last at bat. Good cut there inside, high and tight for strike one. Now if she can go the distance, hold on here, and help the Cavs with this, where it would stand right now, 1-0 victory. They'll be back-to-back ground out and back-to-back appearances to second base for Rinkmeyer. Now 2 gone.
Keeping Izzy Carter busy over there at second base today.
For McNally, she picks up the win today, would put her at 4-3 overall on the year. She's 3-3 right now, and would pick up 3 wins in our last 4 appearances. And moving along, another 2-down start of the inning. Here in the top of the 4th, Quinones is back up, flied out to right field in the second inning. Oh, almost coming in and hitting her, but getting out of the way. It's 2-0. That was back. That start felt like it was just last week, but it's been quite some time now. Almost, it's going to be coming up on a month here before long. But that no-hitter that McNally had against Indian Hills, that was really the big difference in that between going from a no-hitter to a perfect game, is that she hit a batter.
Yeah. 1 pitch away from a perfect game.
That can make you look back and appreciate when you see guys that do. I don't know if you saw an Astros pitcher had a no-hitter.
Yeah, he had a no-hitter
last night. But of all the greats, that if you ever see anyone that pitches a perfect game, it shows just how difficult it is, as now Quinones will get on with a walk to keep this top half of the 4th alive.
And almost invariably you'll see at least, 2, maybe even 3 outstanding defensive plays behind a no-hitter.
It was a great throw from Jaylee Jefferson to wrap it up for McNally. Got pretty deep in the hole over there towards third. And a good throw over to first. Edgar did a great job of picking it out of the turf as well. It was pretty bang-bang. Everyone was kind of on the edge of their seat holding their breath of, what's it going to be? And
2 good plays.
It was, and there were many more by many other contributing factors out in that game.
I think, didn't Carter have a diving play out in center field too?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, had a play where if it gets by her, it's going out in the outfield. Might have been going into the gap, but she made a great diving stop. I believe Eve Morris made a nice play against the wall out in center field.
Yeah, pitcher doesn't do it alone, but they're the focal point.
So now the count's up to 1-2 on Geisler. Next pitch, swings through it. There's a strikeout. Another inning strikeout for McNally. 4 scoreless started off for her, and the Cavaliers still lead 1-0 over the Archers.
Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe in downtown Spring Hill is that rare mix of hometown charm and uptown style. At The Bean, they brew the finest cup of coffee, tastiest teas, and most refreshing smoothies and frappes around. The Bean is proud to serve delicious, handmade pastries by Scratch KC, and they have the best breakfast, lunch, and convenient grab-and-go options in town. Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe, downtown Spring Hill.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Coming in hot here, bottom of the fourth. First pitch swinging and fouling it off. Kate Ediger, her second at bat of the game, got on with a single. 1 for 1 so far. Is left stranded at third base. It was an opportunity squandered for the Cavaliers in the second inning. Had runners at second and third. Were not able to bring them home, though.
Yeah, that was big, though. There was only one out. You know, you can get a run home with an out, but Cavs unable to do it in inning 2.
It was Ediger that was at third. Pinkerton was up to second. It was back-to-back ground outs by Ramsey and Burkhart to wrap it up. Nice little pitcher's duel we got going so far. Here's another 1-2. Breaking. That's in, fair ball. Ricochets off either the bag or the glove. And now Ediger will pull up. She's 2 for 2 on the day. Thought about going for 3 as a throw-in. Gets away from the shortstop. But she'll hold up there at second base. Another prime chance here for the Cavaliers going into the bottom half of the order. Up next is Kaya Cordell, the designated player, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Yeah, let's see if Coach puts something on here to get that runner at third. Since we're in a pitcher's duel. Wouldn't surprise me.
These Cavaliers not afraid to play some small ball. RBI number 8 of the season for Cordell, looming out there, and Kate Ediger at second base.
Now Cordell needs to get this ball to the right side of the infield or deep enough to score, to move that runner.
Breaking pitch, spits on it for ball 2.
Yeah, her job right now is to get that runner to third.
Ranks taking some time looking at the wristband, gets the pitch and delivers the 2-0. Checks his swing, but takes strike 1, does Cordell.
Now Archer's pitcher is doing a good job. She's keeping the ball on the outside part of the plate.
And mixing it up with some breaking pitches and speeding them up. Keeping the Cavalier batters on their toes. Half swing.
Yes,
There's strike 2.
She's not giving her anything to pull.
For Rank, not a big strikeout pitcher per se. 18 strikeouts coming into this game, 15 walks. And just getting a piece there, keeping this at bat alive.
Really staying outside.
And she's got 3 strikeouts so far today, so season total up to 21. Ediger off second with the leadoff double. Cavaliers trying to bring her home, build on this 1-0 lead. The 2-2, foul tipped away, spoiling off pitch after pitch is Kaya Cordell. Ryan Pinkerton, the catcher, on deck, followed by Gracie Ramsey, the 8 and 9 hole hitters. The 2-2.
There you go.
Into right field. That's a base hit. Could have had an RBI. Here comes Ediger, waved around home. She is in. And trying to stretch up to second, and she is out as Cordell.
She got her job done there, though.
No doubt about it. Brings a big second run around to score for the Cavaliers. They double their lead, 2-0. Right back to the pitcher of Pinkerton. There now will be 2 gone.
Number 6, Gracie Ramsey.
Now Ramsey will step in, trying to extend this bottom of the 4th. Cavaliers bringing a run across thanks to the leadoff double of Kate Ediger. They scored 1 here, and their second, or the very first run was all the way back in the bottom of the 1st inning. But that's a big second run to come across to now put the pressure on the Archers as they're going to be coming out the back half of this ball game down to less than 10 outs to work with and trying to come back as both these teams have 6-game winning streaks on the line respectively. Right, trying to put it into it. Here's the 0-2. Ramsey pops up, but just going over the netting, almost coming in our way. And it's fouled off. Both pitchers above 60 pitches in this game. Slow roller over to second. It would bring it in. And the first in time. Close. Ramsey thought that she beat it out, but that will wrap it up in the bottom of the fourth. Ediger comes around to score the second run of the game off her lead-off double. Cavaliers 2, Archers nothing on JC Sports Live.
Everyone loves a special occasion to come together to celebrate. The Meadowlark is one of the premier wedding venues in the Kansas City area. But it's even more. Beyond nuptial and corporate events, the Meadowlark is now bringing live music to the area. Come enjoy a night of dinner, drinks, and entertainment without waiting for an invite. Follow Meadowlark Events-Live on Facebook for upcoming shows. Now you have even more reasons to celebrate at the Meadowlark.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
So we're on to the top of the fifth, and the first pitch strike for Maggie McNally. So I believe we do have a pinch hitter in. It was down for Bax was due up in the top of the fifth inning. Instead, we got Engelmeyer, Taylor Engelmeyer, number 12. A sophomore outfielder, first baseman from St. Charles, Missouri.
Good pitch. Off-speed pitch catches the inside corner. McNally's ahead in the count, 1-2. Got her. Is that number 4?
It is, number 4. So that takes the total up to 12 strikeouts over her last 2 starts for Maggie McNally. Then we go back to the top of the order with Crisco, followed by Trello. And McNally's able to get through as part of the order unscathed, already 1 gone. Cavaliers are really going to be in the driver's seat to take game 1. Trying to go low and away, can't catch the zone. It's 2 balls, no strikes. So we talked about how similar both these teams are coming into this game. This is the next pitch for McNally, laid off. Now 3-0 in the count. The Archers, just a quick snapshot through 28 games. Team average of 392 and on base at 448 with 31 home runs. Just
Nice
wanted
pitch.
to look over at Johnson County's total. The team averaged 26 games, so there's 2 less. 395 average, 461 on base, and 35 home runs. And the numbers even get, so deeper and deeper we go, the more and more similar they get. It's like both these teams looking in the mirror. As Crisco is able to draw it out there for a walk, so he reaches base. For a third at bat in a row, she was 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Now back at first via the walk. Trello had the double in the last at-bat, but would not come around to score her, and Crisco left stranded at first base, at second and third base, excuse me. Crisco currently sitting over at first base. Next, Trello 1 for 2 with that double, and she flew out to right field in her very first at-bat. Nally winds and delivers to 1-1. Inside part of the zone, strike 2.
Good pitch. Nally needs to keep this ball down on the zone if she wants to get a ground ball.
And Trello, after taking that last pitch, could do nothing but just nod her head. She knew it. A big 1-2 pitch limit. Runner at first. Here it is. Foul tipped off the end of the bat into the netting. Trello looking to jumpstart this Archers offense right now. Just looking up at the scoreboard. 4 straight scoreless. In a game that they are currently trailing 2-0. 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. Another big strikeout for McNally. And trying to get her out at first. He gets away. Good backup from Ramsey as Crisco takes the time up at a knee. Will take her time. Lost the helmet.
I think the ball hit her.
Yeah, she's taking a little extra time. They're going to give it to her, rightfully so.
Hit her right in the back. She's shaking it off over there.
And no harm, no foul. Still taking a little extra time. It looks like she's at least going to be staying in the game. She'll walk it up the first base line. Gives the Cavaliers some time to come in. Have a quick little infield conference. Outfielders taking a quick little jog out to the wall. Trying to stay warm out there. Not letting this cold weather stiffen them up a little bit. But right now, that was a big strikeout for McNally. Now 2 gone. She's 1 out away from 5 straight scoreless innings. In the game right now, the Cavaliers are up 2-0. If they win, they'll take their winning streak up to 7 games, and they'll end the 6-game winning streak of the Archers. As now, it looks like, I thought maybe they're going to signal Crisco, and they're going to leave her in the game. She's putting the helmet back on, so I thought maybe initially they were waving her to come back into the dugout and kind of giving her a quick little test, make sure.
I'm not sure. Did it hit her in the helmet? I thought it hit her in the back. What, they're checking for a concussion there.
I think it's just kind of precautionary, just to make sure everything's all there and there's no indicators, no signs, and maybe if you want to, you got to take them out. But it looks like she's passed all the tests and everything's going to be okay. So she will stay in the game over at first base. Trello sent back to the dugout on the swing and miss strikeout. Now 2 gone, and back in is Watts. 0 for 1 with the strikeout and reached on her first at-bat with a walk and was left stranded at third base. Plate umpire, make sure everything's all good to go. He can confirm. He steps back in, mask on. And let's get back to playing ball. First pitch, McNally into Watts. And it's a swing and miss for strike 1. Something that I've definitely noticed over the past few innings after that rough start in the first of falling behind in counts. Even in the second inning, McNally has done better of getting out in front of the batters.
Yep. I tell you what, I think the turning point for her was, and the confidence booster was stranding those runners at second and third with less than 2 out, coming up with a huge strikeout.
Yeah, realizing that she's facing just as high-powered of an offense as they come, and I would tend to agree with you. This one's popped up, and that's going to get out of play into the visiting dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was caught by a teammate, and banana ball is recorded as an out. You ever heard of banana ball? The Savannah Bananas?
No.
They're basically the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Oh, okay.
They have their own special rules. They have a rule. If it's foul tipped up into the stands, and if a fan catches it, it's an out. If anyone catches it, it's an out. Borderline pitch. Not in the zone. 2-2 count.
She gets a punch out here, she'll be pumped.
Would make it 3. in this inning alone. And be strikeout number 6. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner still at first is Crisco. Here it is from McNally. Just getting a piece. Ediger charges in and takes it in foul territory near the visiting batter circle. Make it now 5 straight scoreless for McNally. Cavaliers cruising along with a 2-0 lead on JC Sports Live.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
We go to the top of the 5th inning on JC Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Runs coming at a premium right now. The Cavaliers have 2 of them. The Archers have none. As we are starting in the top of the order, 3rd time through the order for the Cavaliers. Taryn Burkhart leads it off. Drew a walk in her first at bat and grounded out in her second.
Yeah, that walk ended up hurting the Archers because she did come around to score.
And
nice
right
hit.
back up the middle, another leadoff single for the Cavaliers. And the first hit of the game for Taryn.
Second baseman number 17, Izzy Carter.
Again, it is this top 4 of the order. They're absolutely lethal for the opposition. Sun really starting to poke through here. Clouds starting to part. Runner at first now on the leadoff single from Taryn Burkhart. Carter flares that one. That will get down in the outfield. Back-to-back singles for Johnson County. Didn't take long. Got what she was looking for on the first pitch. And again, not doing too much with it.
Nope.
Just kind of soft contact going the opposite way. Just over the shortstop and landing in the outfield. And with 2 on and nobody gone, could we see a potential pitching change here for the Archers? We'll wait and see as Burkhart's now at second. Carter at first. Back-to-back singles for the Cavaliers. And that now brings in Jaylee Jefferson, followed by Aspen Burkhart and Eve Morris. And we talk a lot about this top 4 of the order, and even there's really not a weak spot batting-wise in this Johnson County lineup, but
no, they're pretty solid.
They really are. Eve Morris at the 5 spot, Ediger in the 6 spot. You got a good mix-up of players. You could have Cordell, Pinkerton, Ramsey, Emma Smith if she's into the game, Hannah Archdeacon if she's in the backstop. You know, but a big spot here for Jaylee. Conference over in the circle, so they're still out there with Erilyn Ranks to see if she can tightrope out of this jam right now. Cavaliers, meanwhile, looking to bust this game wide open and wrap up game 1 of this doubleheader.
Yeah, Jaylee's got to get those runners advanced.
First pitch swinging over to short, out at second, but not going to be out at first.
Let's see if she takes off for second here. Looks like I think she's behind by 1 or 2 bases.
Just one. It was her and Taryn were tied for first with 14 stolen bases. Let me make sure I get this correct. Yes, I believe tied with 14 stolen bases. Taryn stole one in the bottom of the first, so she's at 15. If Jaylee steals one here, there'll be another first place tie. There she goes.
Figured she'd be going with that runner at third.
Right. Now, both runners in scoring position for Aspen Burkhardt. This one off the plate, 2-0.
Falling behind a good hitter here.
With the hottest hitter of the team in Eve Morris on deck right now, riding a 9-game hitting streak. Aspen looking to avenge herself, struck out swinging in her last at bat and reached with a walk in the bottom of the first.
You don't see her strike out very often.
2-1, swings at it, out into left field, no doubt about it, watch it fly. A 3-run shot for Johnson County and Aspen Burkhardt. Team leading 14th home run. And no doubt about it, over the left field wall it goes. And the Cavaliers bust this game wide open, 5-0.
Yeah, she got a pitch over the middle of the plate, and she pounded it.
In shades of 5 days ago, Burkhardt leaves the yard again, her second in the last 3 games. Takes her team-leading RBI total now up to 46. Inching even closer to 50 on the season. She can potentially cross that marker today and continuing to build the padding she has on the conference leader in RBIs as well. Had 4-point cushion. She had 43. Next was Molina from Cali College with 39. That's a tremendous season for Aspen Burkhardt. Her sophomore year continues here at Johnson County. He's already broken multiple records, and I imagine more will be broken as the year just go on and on and on.
He's special.
Can flash the leather and blast the ball over the wall. Next pitch, fouling it off. Moore staying alive. Looking to take that hitting streak into double figures with 10. She can get on base here. Time potentially starting to run out on her, though, so this could be her last at-bat in this game to keep it alive. And battling an 0-2 count. Next pitch. There it is. Make it 10 games in a row now with the hit for Eve Morris on that crucial one-out single. That'll bring back in Kate Edgar. 2 for 2 with a single and a double, and she came around to score. First pitch swinging, chopped. That's a fair ball as well.
Fair ball.
Her baseman tried to make a play on it. Could not do it.
I think she peeked at the runner about the time the ball got there.
You call that an error.
That's what I would call it, but I'm not official.
Neither am I, but I'm at least going to call it.
Got to make that play.
I would agree with that. And I think this is going to be the end of the day.
Yep.
Ranks, so she will come out. She has seen 5 runners come across for the Cavaliers. Archers trying to battle back in this one. We'll step aside. Runners going to be at first and second for the Cavaliers when we return here on JC Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles.
So a 4 1/3, 5 runs on 8 hits. Give it up for Rank. Her day has come to an end. So now moves along in the order to Kaya Cordill with runners at first and second. 1 gone. Bottom of the 5th inning, busted open. 5-0 Cavaliers lead off the 3-run home run from Aspen Burkhart that brought around Taryn Burkhart and Jaylee Jefferson to score. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Had her fooled on that one. Excuse me, swing for strike 2. Try to get her looking, just missing the zone.
Carey got a big hitter last time up.
Yep.
Get an RBI.
Yep. There's that RBI single. She was thrown out at second, trying to extend the play, and got caught looking here. Backwards K will go. That's out number 2. And the first strikeout coming on in relief for the relief pitcher, waiting to get a good look at the number. This could be Jaden Howard. Runner still at first and second. First pitch swinging out in right field for Ramsey. Doesn't quite have enough. Pinkerton. As it's got just about a foot or so in front of the warning track, and that's the third and final out. Aspen Burkhart breaks the game open for the Cavaliers. A 3-run blast has them up 5-0. 2 innings to go here in game 1.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Middle of a 5-0 Cavalier lead on JC Sports Live. You're watching Cavaliers softball. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your Tuesday afternoons as we're going to start working into the late afternoon, into the early evening before Game 2 comes along, and a little bit later than usual doubleheader on Johnson County Sports Live. We traditionally start the first game between noon and 1. Game 1 today didn't start until 3 o'clock. Originally was scheduled for 2 o'clock, but pushed back, trying to avoid some potential rain that was working its way through the area. But Game 1 so far has been moving along pretty efficiently. 5 straight scoreless innings for Maggie McNally in the circle in front of another hitter. This is Jones, a designated player, followed by Mora and Rinkmeyer. 3 due up for the Archers. Time starting to run out at them. This one out into center. It lands right in front of Eve Morse, just off to the right of the JC logo in center field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, I think she got that right off the end of the bat.
Shortstop number 23, CC Mora.
She's able to get just a little bit more under it. I think Morris is able to get there and make a play on it, but for the Archers, they have the leadoff man is on. Now it's got to bring him around to score. And the baton will move to Mora, over 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. McNally climbing her way up towards 80 total pitches of the day. Unless she starts to show some trouble, maybe if a couple of run or two come around to score here in this 6th inning, this could be hers to finish out in the 7th. Ramsey charging in. Good.
Nice play.
Sliding in on the knee. But able to squeeze it in the glove for out number 1. Good play on the run out there in right field by Gracie Ramsey.
Right fielder number 27, Jasmine Rinkmeyer.
Rinkmeyer 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to Izzy Carter at second base. And now we got another meeting in the circle for infield talking with McNally. Also had Pinkerton had run into the dugout for something.
Yeah, I think we had an equipment issue. All good now.
Yep. All plate umpire says, let's go, play ball. Rinkmeyer trying to get out of the 0-2 slump on the day. Falls behind in the count, watching that first one in for a called strike from McNally.
Boy, she's really settled down.
That one just off the plate, almost close to the same location. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the Maggie McNally that this coaching staff anticipated for this season. Pitching another beautiful start. 1-2 is now the count. The only sophomore pitcher outside of Deja Gardenhire on this roster. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Another punch out.
I believe, and there's number 6.
Got a pinch hitter here.
Attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Lady Archers, number 1, Hope Alberts.
So Hope Albert will come in, pinch hit for Quinoznis. Quinoznis was 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out and reached via a walk. And then we'll get our first glimpse at Albert with 2 gone, runner still at first and behind in the count again to McNally, 0-1.
Another first pitch strike by Megan.
Hope Albert, a utility freshman out of Independence, Missouri and Truman High School. High and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, throw to first, but back in safely. Ediger still putting the tag on. Finishing out the play and the throw from Pinkerton. Only the 3rd at-bat this season for Albert. It is already tough enough to come in off the bench and come in and swing the bat this late in the game, but with very limited plate appearances to begin with. Makes it even tougher. And another strikeout collected for Maggie McNally, 7 total, and back-to-back to wrap it up. 6 scoreless innings as she is on her way to picking up the victory in a 5-0 game. Cavaliers on top of the Archers.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Save the Children believes childhood without food is unimaginable. Yet around the world, children are suffering from the worst famine in our lifetime, coupled with conflict, poverty, climate change, and more. Join Save the Children and get fed up. Fed up with the lack of progress. Fed up with the injustice. Learn how you can get involved in the fight against childhood hunger at savethechildren.org/getfedup.
I'm fed up. We're fed up. We're fed up.
Wrapping up the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging is Ramsey as it goes right back to Ashlyn Miller, the pitcher in the circle on relief for Erilyn Rank for the Archers. Now 1 gone. So we go back to the top of the order with Taryn Burkhardt. Taryn got on with a single. Will come around to score on that 3-run home run from Aspen Burkhardt in the 5th inning. Lefty versus lefty as Taryn falls behind the count 0-1. Next pitch from Miller, trying to get a piece, just gets enough of it, 0-2. Ashlyn Miller, 32 1/3 innings pitch coming into this game with a 3.68 ERA, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks, and on the season, this one foul tipped on the left side of the net. Burkhardt staying alive in an 0-2 count. As always, game one will wrap up here. We'll step aside for about 25-30 minutes. We'll get going with game two. Imagine we'll probably have to start turning the lights on. I see they're starting to dim up a little bit as Burkhardt goes down on the swing and miss strikeout. As game two will take us into the later part of the afternoon and early evening. The Cavaliers will be looking to potentially complete the 2-game sweep of the Archers. What is their final non-conference doubleheader. It is also, after today, and the first pitch strike into Izzy Carter, this will be the end of a 16-game homestand.
Wow.
These Cavaliers have had. It is not too often you see that long of a homestand put up in the schedule. They go all the way back. Their last home, or last really games away from home, 'cause even these were neutral sided games that they played, is you got to go all the way back to March 2nd. So for the past month, the Cavaliers have definitely enjoyed the home cooking here at Johnson County Community College. Going right now.
They've made the most of it.
This one popped up in foul territory, and it lands on the turf. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Carter 1 for 3, had a single in the 3rd inning. Cavaliers, they wrap this up here today. They'll be back in conference play as another one's fouled off. Coming up this Thursday, the 4th, at Fort Scott. And back here at home, this will face the Thunderbirds of Cloud County Community College. Pretty much the rest of the season, they'll alternate. 2 at home, 2 on the road, and they'll alternate just like that. As Carter able to battle her way back now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kaylee Jefferson currently on deck if Carter can get on. 3-2 count, 2 gone. Here's the pitch, and she will move up to first base.
The shortstop, number 5, Jaylee Jefferson.
And Jaylee was able to reach with that fielder's choice.
Jaylee's due here.
Oh. He's ahead in the count right now. 2 balls, no strikes on Miller. So we'll wait and see if McNally will get the nod to come back out in the top of the 7th and try to wrap up this scoreless gem that she has pitched so far with 7 total strikeouts. Pitch count, still pretty well up there. They might turn it over to Deja Gardenhire, maybe Jalen Lavers to come in and finish it up. We'll just have to wait and see. Here's the next one, popped up in on the handle of the bat. And second baseman charges in and takes care of it. And Jefferson is put down. And after 6, your score, Cavaliers 5, Archers nothing to the top of the 7th inning. Cavaliers looking to wrap up game 1 coming up next on Johnson County Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
So top of the 7th, Archers down to their last 3 outs and losing their 6-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers are looking to expand their 6-game winning streak. Both these teams were hot coming into this afternoon. Cavaliers up 5-0. McNally in the circle, so she's given the opportunity to cap off this right now 6 scoreless. Would like to finish it 7 scoreless and pick up the win. Make it 3 wins in our last 4 starts. Going up against Geisler right now, 0 for 2 on the day. Line out to Edgar at first and a swinging strikeout in the 4th inning. He's been one of the 7 victims that have been put down via the strikeout for McNally.
McNally's done a fine job so far.
Jefferson plays that short, can't bring it in. Edgar a little bit low.
I don't see Jaley make too many errors, but that was one there.
Third baseman, number 19, Gabby Bax.
She had plenty of time. She didn't need to rush that throw.
So Geisler, leadoff hitter, is on for the Archers. Engelmeyer with a strikeout. Their last at bat, she goes for a bunt, and that's going to get out in between first and second. Swheeling her way, that one hit her right near the shoulder. Risky throw if that gets by.
That's a stupid throw because that allows the runner to advance to second. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out.
Engelmeyer bunt attempt. It works. Able to stretch it out all the way now up to second base. And nobody at least making any quick movements in the Johnson County dugout to come and grab McNally. Back to the top of the order with Crisco. Herself working on a 2 for 2 day, 2 singles, and also reached with a walk in the 5th inning. That throw to third just leave you speechless?
Yeah, it did. That was an ill-advised throw there. You don't want to set them up for a big inning when you're 3 outs away.
Not too often you see back-to-back mistakes in the on the defensive side for Johnson County. Now a 3-1 count to Crisco. If she gets on with the walk here, all of a sudden bases loaded, nobody out. You might have to force the hand of Coach Bratton Volkins to make a pitching change. Here's the 3-1. Foul tip back into the net. McNally trying to battle back and put her away for the first out.
That also takes the double play out of order, too.
Here's the 3-2. And Crisco will now get on to first base, and the bases are loaded.
And you can see what those First 2 miscues have done.
Catcher number 4, correction, turnover.
All of a sudden, the tying runs in a on-deck circle.
Which goes to show how big that 3-run homer was from Aspen Burkhardt in the 5th inning for Johnson County is now.
Let's see if McNally can get out of this.
Another in the power threat of Trello with a double in this game. Swings at
Should
this
be two.
one.
Oh, they're
going to go home, get the out there, now go to
they're
third.
going to get. That's a nice way to get a double play.
How fitting.
Yeah.
There's your double play.
Unconventional double play.
Your 6-2-5.
6-2-5.
6-2-5 double play.
Yep. That's the pitcher's best friend right there, the old double play.
And for at least the last doubleheader you'll have off, or until you have some time off, you finally get the double play you've been asking for. And all this time, so now.
Yeah.
Why is it with the bases loaded for Jaylee, coming. She had plenty, it seems like she had time to make the throw to home instead of just going the old traditional 6-4-3. And Cavaliers will take 2 outs, and right now this scoreless frame is still in play for McNally, so she can get the out here.
I was kind of surprised she came home. I mean, it worked out for him, but, I mean, that ball was hit hard enough it could have been a double play. You'll give up a run to get 2 at this point. But they got 2 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's a new school double play, not an old school double play.
Yes.
In our day,
No. The 2-1?
That would. That's right. We'd have given up the run and went the 6-4-3 route. 6-4.
And now the Archers are down to their last strike, and Watts, runner still at first and second, a 2-2 count. McNally trying to put a bow on this quality start. Well, having to go a little bit longer. She's wanting to collect that 8th strikeout. She'll just take a lousy fly ball to wrap this game up if she has the choice. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners go. Got her looking, and one final fist pump, and let's go as she walks out. Exit stage left for Maggie McNally. 8th strikeout to wrap it up. 7 scoreless innings.
Awesome
for
game by
McNally.
Maggie. Yeah, she did a fine job.
What looked like there was going to be some trouble there in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, nobody gone, and just what you pull out of the bag, the 6-2-5 double play, and then strike her out looking. Undoubtedly our player of the game in this one, Maggie McNally, going the distance for the Cavaliers, collecting 8 strikeouts along the way, not allowing a run for this Archers offense, who had spread their opponents in 3 of the last 6 games. As high-powered of an offense as McNally has faced this entire season. They scored 12 runs in 2 of the last 3 games, have these Archers, and they were held to goose eggs all across. A huge part to McNally and this Johnson County defense.
Yeah, no question. She's the player of the game. You know, I like we talked about earlier, partner, when I think it was the bottom or the second inning when she stranded those runners at second and third with less than 2 out.
Yes.
And after that, she was nails.
Yeah, that was first inning.
First inning,
all the way back to the first. They had runners at first and third. She left them stranded there. Answered with a 3-up, 3-down inning, and then it was Crisco and Trello that had a single and then a double for runners at second and third with 1 out, and she was able to respond with a strikeout and then get a slight pop out to second base. And then after that, she was absolute nails, collecting for 8 total strikeouts, 5 strikeouts over the next about 4 innings after that. So it was a great start for McNally. She picks up another win. That's 3 wins in her last 4 starts, and that record is back above 500 for her, 4-3, as she continues to make strides at the right time of the season as we are getting started in conference play as we turn the page from March and now into April. And the Cavaliers take game 1 from the St. Louis Community College Archers. We will step aside here on Johnson County Sports Live, and we'll be back with game 2 in just a moment. right here. Ties us up, a 2-run shot. Wild pitch gets by the catcher, and the go-ahead run will come across. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and swing and missing. Welcome back into Johnson County Sports Live. Game 2 between the Cavaliers and the Archers of St. Louis Community College will be starting in just a matter of moments here. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. I want to thank everybody that joined us for Game 1 of our doubleheader. Watching the Cavaliers coming out with a 5-0 victory, charged and capped off by a 3-run blast in the 5th inning from Aspen Burkhardt, our offensive player of the game in Game 1. Went 1 for 2, had a walk, did have a strikeout, and she came back with a vengeance in that third at bat, launching that 3-run shot. We had mentioned the wind today was blowing from right field into left field, and that any high fly balls, if they get up in the jet stream, they were going to be carried out of here. I don't think she really needed it, but it didn't help. Nonetheless, it helped with the distance. So that was the big offensive firing power for the Cavaliers, and Maggie McNally going 7 scoreless, 8 strikeouts was collected. She picks up the win, her third in her last 4 appearances in the circle for Johnson County. So we now move along to Game 2. Cavaliers riding a 7-game winning streak. The Archers just saw their 6-game winning streak snapped as they're starting 9 will look like Crisco, Trello, Watts, and then Jones, Mora, Rinkmeyer, Quinones, Schuyler, and Bax. Those will be the 9 due up for the Archers. Same pretty much for the Cavaliers. And Taryn Burkhardt, Izzy Carter, Jaylee Jefferson, Aspen Burkhardt, Eve Morris, Kate Ediger. Deja Gardenhire into the 7th spot now. She's the designated player. Hannah Archdeacon is in the 8th spot. She is the catcher, filling in for Ryan Pinkerton. And Haley Bryant is filling in for Gracie Ramsey out in right field. She is in the 9th spot. And Jalen Levers will step in. The circle gets the nod in Game 2. It's her turn in the rotation. Comes in a 5-1 record on 6 starts. This is start number 7 for her. And she'll face Crisco, Trello, and Watts. First pitch for Jalen is in there for a called strike. Lavers, 29 strikeouts collected so far in the season, and even 5 ERA, a 1.89 whip on the season, as she has shown in the past couple of games or past couple starts that she can have some trouble with finding the zone. If she doesn't hit it early and often, walks can pile up, and eventually those runs can come around to score. But overall, she's been able to hunker down when times really matter and able to get the crucial outs and let the defense play behind her. Ahead in the count 0-2, laying off for ball 1 is Crisco. Back in Game 1, finished 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and then had 2 walks also added on as well, but it would not come around to score. The Archers stranded 9 total base runners in that first game. Back-to-back balls for Lavers, now has to count up to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Talked about how important it is to keep these leadoff hitters off base.
5th pitch in the at-bat on the way from Lavers, gets her to pop it up. And that will get up and over the net. Oh,
did it hit somebody?
It did. It hit
her right in the head.
Hit her right in the head.
Good thing she had her hood up.
Yeah. All is good. Took that like a champ. I'll give it to her.
Yes, she did. She rubbed it right off. There we go.
Almost unfazed. It was like, what was that?
Yeah.
Guess they don't call it softball for no reason. 2-2. Just getting a piece of that bat on the swing as she was coming around. But now Crisco drawing this at bat out after falling behind 0-2. It's still 2-2. We saw McNally. She went 20-plus pitches in the first inning and would eventually settle into a groove in about the 3rd or 4th inning where she'd really start humming in and mowing them down. This one off the plate. Now 3-2. Lavers to Crisco.
No defense against the walk. Need to try and make her put it in play here.
Charlo only had the only extra base hit for the Archers in Game 1 is currently on deck. She had a double. 3-2 on the way from Lavers, and the glove winds and delivers. Swing and a miss in the first of the game for Lavers. That's a big out number one after a long at bat. Finally comes to an end after 8 pitches. So now moves along to Trello. The only hit was that double. Also had a strikeout.
Good
watches
pitch.
the first pitch rifled in here for Jalen.
Good movement on that fastball.
Sunshine definitely going to be more of a factor here in game 2. The clouds starting to roll out. Sun starting to peek through. Also got more and more fans starting to arrive to the ballpark today. Just past the 5 o'clock hour here in Overland Park, 5:04, 5:05. I got 2 different computers showing 2 different times, but it's just after 5. Let's put it that way. This one fouled up and out of play over the press box. It was mostly overcast at the start of this game. Originally, game 1 was supposed to start at 2 o'clock, and game 4 would be starting at 4 o'clock, 4:30, but they get pushed back with some potential to avoid any potential rainy weather, as this one is pulled out into left. Burkhart can't bring it in. It gets by her. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Trello going to second, not slowing down, rounding it into third. She will stand in. She might go home. No, she's going to retreat back. Thought for a second that she was going to go. Instead, she will hold up at third base.
Yeah, that's a single and a 2-base error right there.
And a costly one at that. Don't see Taryn Burkhart make too many of those out there in left field. Tried to charge in on it and make the play instead of maybe holding off, letting it bounce in front of her and take it and hold her to just that one-out single. But instead, it gets by her glove, rolled all the way to the wall. Now the Archers are in business, can score their first run of the afternoon. It will be off the bat of Watts, who is still out in center field. Next pitch from Lavers. Inside part of the zone, in there for strike 2. Not liking the call is Watts. She'll have to take it 1-1 in the count. Watts in a slump. She is due 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1 from Lavers. That one out into right on a line, brought in by Bryant. Throw is coming home, and not going to be a play made at least.
Costly error.
And Trello comes in to score on the sacrifice fly from Watts. Now stepping back in, it's Morgan Jones. Base is empty. 4 with 2 gone. Jones 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. The first game skies this one up on the left side. Burkhart at right calls for it and brings it in. That costly 2-base error for Johnson County comes around to score. And the Archers have their first lead of the afternoon and first here in game 2. 1-0 Cavaliers coming up next on the Bats on JC Sports Live.
Everyone loves a special occasion to come together to celebrate. The Meadowlark is one of the premier wedding venues in the Kansas City area. But it's even more. Beyond nuptial and corporate events, the Meadowlark is now bringing live music to the area. Come enjoy a night of dinner, drinks, and entertainment without waiting for an invite. Follow Meadowlark Events-Live on Facebook for upcoming shows. Now you have even more reasons to celebrate at the Meadowlark.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drugfacts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
she can make up for it here.
Yep. Taryn Burkhardt had that costly 2-base error. Gives the Archers an early 1-0 lead and come through with her team here. She leads it off. The Cavaliers facing off with Jaden Howard in game 2. She's in the circle, the third pitcher used today. Eventually it was Rank that got the start, and then Ashlyn Miller came in relief in that 5-0 loss in game 1. She puts this one up in the air, opposite way, got behind her, and it takes a bounce. It'll go to the wall. Burkhardt rounding around second. She's going to go for 3, and she will slide in safely.
That left fielder didn't get a good jump on it either. I think the wind really played a factor there. Well, she made up for it. She lead off triple, so that'll work.
Yeah, that will do it. No doubt about it. Already Cavaliers that tying run 60 feet away at third base for Burkhardt. It went 1 for 3 with a single and a walk in game 1. Now adds a triple onto their afternoon. And Izzy Carter back in, another RBI chance for her. Wasting no time out towards center. Taking her back, twirling her around all the way in the warning track. And just like that, this game is tied 1 apiece. Izzy Carter gets just a little bit more on that. That one's going over the center field wall, and even looked like the center fielder might have had a half-second maybe hesitation. Or
Jaylee is due as well.
As for Jaylee, 0 for 4 in game 1. It's her, Ryan Pinkerton, and Gracie Ramsey, the only 3 Cav batters to not record a hit.
She barrels one up. She can get it out of here with ease.
She was able to reach on base on, I believe it was a fielder's choice.
Yeah,
and then would come around to score. Aspen Burkhardt would bring her home on that 3-run shot in the very next at bat. Due for a hit, no doubt. Her batting average dipping below 400 for the first time in a couple of weeks. Coming in this afternoon at 397 and gets the walk there. More trouble on the base pass to deal with for Howard and the Archers, and brings in the power bat of Aspen Burkhardt.
Let's see if Jaylee goes for the stolen base lead.
Yep, her and Taryn currently tied at 15. Each had 1 apiece as they entered the current tie, or at least the old tie, for the team lead at 14 coming into this afternoon. And Taryn got the lead in the first inning in game 1. Then Jaylee able to tie her up later in the game. And now a prime opportunity for Jefferson if they want to get her going. We'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike to count, 1 gone. With the bat of Burkhardt up at the dish. Righty versus lefty matchup. Burkhardt going opposite way. Right center field. That's over. Going to bounce right in front of the wall. Had a chance to maybe go over. It's another extra base hit for Aspen. Almost slipping off the bag. She holds on. She is in safely. And the second extra base hit for the Cavaliers here in the first inning. It's a double.
If she'd pulled that ball, it'd have got out of here.
So I thought when it was flying that it was maybe, I had my home run call queued up. It was in the chamber ready to go, but it just hits on the base of the wall.
You got to get this run home from third here.
Second and third. Morris extending her hitting streak to 10 games.
Let's make it 11 right here.
Just get it taken care of. First at bat in this game, so you don't have to sweat it the rest of the way. I like that. Going 1 for 3 with that single and a strikeout.
Single to plate 1 for sure, maybe 2.
Next pitch, breaking. That one not in the zone for Howard. Wanted the call, not going to get it. Morris lays off again. 3 straight balls to start this at bat. Chance for Morris if she's able to draw the walk. Walk the bases loaded with one gone for the Cavaliers. Here's the 3-0. And she does. A 4-pitch walk.
Well, that was just the end. You know, Poppy's, from what I remember, he was like that more in the beginning, but not at the end. And that I really liked.
So 4 of the 5 first batters on 2 walks and 2 extra base hits for the Cavaliers. Sit here with bases loaded. They'll set it up for Kate Ediger. Get her first crack at it here in game 2. 2 for 2 with a double and a single earlier this afternoon. As our country music continues to play here. That's a thought I was saying earlier in game 1 is that you could tell before the game starts and in between games, they got the DJ here in the press box. And this team, it's their iPad that's got their songs that they like on it.
All right.
Big country music fans here, and good country music too. Got a good mix of just about everything. So here we go, bases loaded for Kate. First at bat here in the second game, righty versus lefty, and another first pitch ball from Howard. Dangerous spot to be in for the Archers. Ediger out towards left. Good diving grab, able to bring it in. Tagging up and scoring is Jefferson from third.
They're going to appeal.
No!
They're going to appeal it. Did he call her out? They're going to appeal that she left too early.
They're going to call Jaylee out.
Yeah.
And that would end the inning.
And it does.
I thought initially we were saying the appeal was going to be out in left field, what I thought looked like a clean grab, but it's actually...
No, they appealed that the runner left too early.
Gotcha. Archers are off the field. Johnson County, it's Deja Gardenheimer to be up next. She's ready to step in the batter's box. Runner still at first and second for the Cavaliers, and it was Jefferson. They said that she left early, tagging up from third to come home. Umpires having a lengthy conversation about it. Which I don't know. By my eye, it looked like she left early.
So that run scores. Well, if she's safe, she should have scored. What? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's where we're.
I was going to say, yeah, you got to put the run up there if she's safe.
And boy, do we have some stuff to work out here. So right now, and I'm waiting for them to officially give an update, and then the Archers come back out of the dugout. They're waiting.
Well, see, when the umpire gives a safe sign on leaving too early, that means the tag up was legitimate, and that run should score.
And so right now it should be 2-1
Yes.
in Johnson County, and that's what it looks like. Third base is unoccupied since Jefferson came down the line to score.
Yeah,
there we go. It is now official. 2-1 in Johnson County, and it will go as a sac fly for Kate Ediger, setting it up for Deja Gardenhire, the designated player here in Game 2, making her first appearance of the afternoon, and has the first pitch strike fired in from Howard. And both runs for the Cavaliers coming across to score via the sac fly so far here in the first inning, but jump and reclaim the lead 2-1. 1-1 count to Gardenhire. Foul tipped inside on the handle into the net for 1-2. And I'm glad we at least took the time, the umpires, to get together, talk it through, because that was a big moment. Whenever you got anything where a run is coming in to score, and that could, if this is a tighter game, that could be a big pivot point where we look back and say in that bottom of the first, if they decided to say that it was an illegitimate tag up, to stick with the original that was called on the field. let they get together, talk it out, and eventually make the right call. This one popped up. Catcher able to bring it in. Gardenhire is down. The third and final out. A lot to unpack here in the bottom of the first. No doubt, though, Cavaliers take a 2-1 lead on to the second inning here on Johnson County Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
We go to the top of the second inning here on Johnson County Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. 2-1 is our score. Cavaliers on top of the Archers. Second inning of work for Jalen Lavers. We'll be facing Mora and then Rinkmeyer and Quinones. 3 due up here for St. Louis Community College. This one back into the net. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mora 0 for 3 with the strikeout in game 1, as was Rinkmeyer. Lavers' next pitch, rounder, and now will get by Burkhardt out into left field for a leadoff single. And the first hit of the afternoon for Mora comes in a spot to where the Archers just saw their 1-run lead vanish to all of a sudden down by 1. Coming back up to the dish, but good start to come back, potentially tie or retake the lead here in the top of the second. Lavers dealing with runner on the base paths now. Throw back to first is in time safely. 1-0 count. Rinkmeyer trying to get out of her slump. Also 0 for 3, the strikeout in game 1. Pitch, that one's in the zone. Strike 1 called.
See if we can see a conventional double play here.
You had to settle for a 6-2-5 double play in game 1 in the 7th, and for someone that has been begging and begging for a double play for the better part of at least the last 10 games or so, 12 games that we have covered here on the 16-game home stretch, he didn't seem too thrilled about. At least the old-timer in you said you go 6-4-3, you give up the run there, and you move on in the game. But nonetheless,
it worked out.
It did. Kept that scoreless game intact for Maggie McNally, and well-deserved for her.
Maggie should buy Jaylee a cold beverage.
1-2 count. Here's next pitch. Oh. Got her fooled. Swung through it and missed. Second strikeout of the day for Lavers.
I know. You know, it's actually called the wedge overlook and then the little black pitch.
And a big one there. So Quinones will step in now. The runner still at first in Mora. Quinones is 0 for 1 and then would get pinch hit for by Albert in the 6th inning. In the first game, as you had flew out to right field and got on with a walk, but didn't advance any further, was left stranded there at first base. 1-0 pitch inside, shrug it off, back-to-back balls will start this at bat from Lavers.
I raised all 3 of you. He's going to be fine.
Lavers in her last start was against Northern Oklahoma College back on March 21st. On 5 innings of work there, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Runner trying to steal. Jefferson! Great throw from Archdeacon, and she tags her out. What a throw and what a tag applied by Jaylee, and there is a big out number 2.
Yeah, that was on the right hand. That was on the first base side of second base, and Jaylee did a nice job of feeling that and getting the tag down. Nothing like running yourself out of an inning.
And a great throw from Hannah Archdeacon, too, putting it in right where Jaylee can just grab it and keep the glove right there and put the tag on naturally.
Oh my gosh. This is always way better.
3-1 pitch is right below the knees. Quinones will get away with a 2-out walk.
Now that stolen base really hurts the Archers because you would have had a runner in scoring position.
First time we'll see Schuler in this game. She is over at first base. McKenna Schuler, a sophomore at a Washburn Rural High School in Topeka, Kansas. Not too far from home from her, about a good, I don't know, close to an hour drive west of here to Topeka.
Oh, yeah, that's about right.
Ball 1 strike count currently. Quinones on with the walk. She's at first base. Here's 1-1 from Lavers. Up high. Did she take the bat around? I don't believe so. I think they're going to ask, and they confirm she did not go around. 2 balls, 1 strike now.
He goes, no, that's good. I'm just not good anymore.
Always good to appeal. Have that second set of eyes, seeing if she fully went around. Showing bunt, pulls back on the 2-1, pulls it, but foul at the third base line.
That's one of those things where, you know, the umpire generally will check, but they don't have to. It's his discretion.
I always prefer they check.
I'm glad they do, just to get a second opinion. But
2-2 is low, so another full count, 3-2. I would say, and it's not too often that you see an umpire where if somebody asks for an appeal and they just say, no, we're going with it. So this one's popped up left side of the infield. Jefferson called off. Burkhart charging in from left as she brings it in right near the edge of the grass and the dirt of the infield. That is the third and final out. Cavaliers 2, Archers 1. Back after this on Johnson County Sports Live.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Bottom of the second, due up here on Johnson County Sports Live. A good one so far, 2-1 score. All runs coming in the first inning. A scoreless top half of the second. Howard would look to replicate that here in the bottom half. She'll face Archdeacon, Bryant, and then back to the top of the order with Burkhart. The 3 due up for Johnson County. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Hannah. And for the first time this afternoon, got the rest in game 1. And then for Pinkerton at catcher in game 2, made a great throw to catch Runner stealing. It was Mora that was on in the top of the second. Got on with a single, tried to steal second, but it was a great throw from Archdeacon to Jefferson to put her out. That was a big out number 2 for the Cavaliers, as that the Archers were held and denied from having a runner in scoring position as they still trail 2-1. Archdeacon puts this one in play out to the outfield. Center fielder charging to their right side for out number 1. Now on to Haley Bryant, also making her first appearance this afternoon. Seeing the playing time ramp up more and more here as the season goes along. Usually in these doubleheaders, and might make an appearance in one game and then gets a start in the other. Comes in 227 average, 5 hits, 3 doubles and 4 RBIs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Watches that pitch go by, ball 1 and a 1-1 count. Bryant filling in for Gracie Ramsey. Got to start in right field in game 1. This one swung on and up over the net on the third base side and up and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That sun peaked out now. It's up to 51 degrees, but that wind still has a bite to it.
We've seen more and more people start to show up here for game 2. Maybe people starting to get off work, able to make it here. They listened to Johnson County Sports Live in game 1, coming out to watch game 2 with their own eyes, and caught looking is Bryant. She sent back with the dugout with the backwards K. 2 up, 2 down right now for the Cavaliers, as Taryn Burker will step back in her second at-bat. Got the game started off with a bang in her first at-bat with a triple opposite way over the left fielder. Really got a bad read on it coming off the bat. Burkhardt using the wheels, was able to make it up to third. Now she pops this one out to the outfield. Center fielder on it again, and she brings it in again in shallow left center. And it's a 3 up, 3 down inning for the Cavaliers. So we go on to the third inning. Your score, Johnson County 2, St. Louis Community College 1. After 2 here on Johnson County Sports Live.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofacial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Everyone loves a special occasion to come together to celebrate. The Meadowlark is one of the premier wedding venues in the Kansas City area. But it's even more. Beyond nuptial and corporate events, the Meadowlark is now bringing live music to the area. Come enjoy a night of dinner, drinks, and entertainment without waiting for an invite. Follow Meadowlark Events-Live on Facebook for upcoming shows. Now you have even more reasons to celebrate at the Meadowlark.
Third inning just getting started here. Bunt put on. Lavers takes herself. Oh, what a
nice,
great pick by Edgar.
Wow.
Well done.
Yes.
I'd be sore in the morning.
Ooh, goodness. And Bax is put down. That was the 9-hole hitter. Trying to get on with a bunt for a base hit. And if it wasn't for that great pick from Edgar, she would have reached safely, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now one gone, back to the top of the order with Crisco. Got on, suffered a strikeout in her first at bat and was 2 for 2. Single and a double in game 1. Another bunt attempt this time. Aspen tried to barehand it, can't bring it in though.
That's really a tough play there.
That time the bunt for a hit works.
Yep.
So Crisco now back 1 for 2. Another single for her this afternoon. Moves the bat along to Gretchen Trello, the left fielder.
That was the only play She had there, though. If she'd have taken time to glove it, there's no way she could have thrown her out.
Late movement on that one. Zips it out of the zone. It's ball one.
That's Olivia. Olivia is really just a deadpan face. Yeah. And then she thinks that's so mean.
Lavers climbing her way up to the mid-30s on the pitch count right now. She's through 2 1/3 total innings of work at the moment. We saw McNally go the distance in game one. Lavers would like to do the same here and save the relief arms for Thursday in the doubleheader at Fort Scott. Trello chops this one out into the outfield, gets by Burkhart and Jefferson. So back-to-back singles for the Archers have them in business, runners at first and second.
And oh my God, I remember one time she got, you know what she did at Bethel that just pissed me off, and I literally.
Back in as Watts had the sac fly that brought Trello around to score after it was a single and then a 2-base error. That put Trello in at third, and Watts put it out into the outfield. And that was the lone run that has been scored so far in both these games for St. Louis.
And she goes, well, I guess you don't need to go anywhere. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I do remember I got
good diving stop by Burkhart. Did she get the tag on? She did. And the third base coach cannot believe it.
Yeah. I don't. She either got her with the tag or they said she went out of the baseline. I'm not sure which.
Heads up play for Aspen, diving out for it, keeping it from going out in the outfield and putting the tag on herself.
She saved a run there too. St. Louis coach really upset with that call. Good off-speed pitch there by Lobbers.
I think we were on the second floor of the dorms, and he left my room, and I was like, bam, on the middle of her back.
And then Abby does all the pitching of the pitch.
Yeah. Nice shot, right?
Back in Jones. 0 for 1 so far here in game 2. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner still at first and second for the Archers. 2 gone in the top of the third inning. Cavaliers holding on to a 2-1 lead. Next pitch on the way from Lavers. Inside, laid off for a ball, 2-1.
When Nick asked for somebody's fountain drink that they just walked in through the door with, and he was like, can I have a drink? And everybody used to say, yeah. And he's all, like chugs half of it down, and then sits it back, and he's like, I was thirsty.
This one popped up on the infield. Carter at second base brings it in. No problem. This is the third and final out. 2 more stranded for the Archers, and back-to-back scoreless innings pitched for Lavers. Cavaliers still holding on to that 2-1 lead.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Izzy Carter just wrap things up in the third and final out. The top half of the inning leads us off in the bottom half. She pops this one up. Left side on the third base side and brought in. Basket catch, 1 pitch, 1 gone. So far here for the Archers. Carter is put down now. 0 for 2 on the day. Had a sac fly RBI in her first at bat and is put down right there. Again, Jaylee Jefferson got on with a walk and came around to score. It was that big part of that 2-run first inning for Johnson County. All the runs so far have been scored in the first inning. Still early in this one, just on to the bottom of the third, game 2, and the final non-conference doubleheader of the season for the Cavaliers. And game number 16 in a row, the 16th and final home game of these long home stretch the Cavaliers have been on. Haven't left the friendly confines in a month to the day.
Jaylee's still looking for her first hit today.
Yes. Next one. That was back-to-back pitches that looked like that they could have been called for strikes, but Jefferson will get on with yet another walk.
If you're the Cavaliers, you always like to see someone on base ahead of her. I think Aspen would like to have that pitch back.
I think she would agree with you. 0-1 on the way from Howard, breaking pitch. One ball, one strike count. Jefferson at first base for the Cavaliers. Next one, Burkhardt puts a charge into this one. Look at it fly. Her second of the afternoon. It's gone. All the way up on the berm up there.
Yeah.
Can still see it from here. Now rolling all the way down, and it's another home run. She had a 3-run shot in game 1, a 2-run shot here in game 2. She continues to be a nightmare for every pitcher she faces. Home run number 15. And the Cavaliers back in front by 3, 4-1.
That was a no-doubter. She got that pitch again.
She wished she had it back. Well, wish was granted. And lifted up and out of here. This one, left side of the infield, shortstop, brings it in. And Morris sent back to the dugout. Back in Ediger, had a sac fly. Watches the first pitch ball there, 1-0 count. Breaking pitch, that one works its way back, but still, I call it 2-0. Catcher even taking an extra half second to look back over her right shoulder to say, are you sure?
That one might have fooled the umpire.
Another one skied in the air, center fielder charging in, calling for it, and brings it in, the third and final out up there right near right center field. Another home run for Aspen Burkhardt, her 15th of the season. A 2-run shot brings her and Jefferson around to score. Cavaliers 4, Archers 1. On to the 4th inning on Johnson County Sports Live.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
So now inning number 4 getting started here. Cavaliers back in front, a multi-run lead. It's been the main story for the most part of both these games this afternoon. 4-1 is our score. And again, it's off the big power bat of Aspen Burgard, who really broke the game open in the first. In game 1, it was a 3-run shot, and this time it was a 2-run home run. Another doubleheader, a multi-home run afternoon for her. One skimming just off the top of the net and foul, an 0-2 count. This is back to Moore, followed by Rinkmeyer and then Quinones.
That seems like a great plan. I'd love to do that.
Flowers putting together back-to-back scoreless in the second and third, looking to make it 3 in a row here in the fourth. That one just low, couldn't get her to chase at that 1 and 2. The 1-2. There you go, that low and away corner, which can't get the zone. Now 2 and 2. Jammed her. And on the handle, Jefferson takes care of it over at short. And just saying that makes me want to shake my hands out a little bit.
Especially on a cool day.
It's fortunate for her. Like I said, the sun's been out. It's warmed up a little bit. It's still 51 degrees and being jammed on a metal bat. That's not going to do it for me. I'm sorry. Good swing and a miss there. Tried to make it a 4-2 game on that swing alone from Ringmeyer. Go for 1 with the strikeout in game 2. Next pitch she sees, and another swing and a miss. Have to protect it here. 0-2 count. Only 2 strikeouts so far on the day for Labors. We'll love to make it number 3. Here's the 0-2. Can't. And trying to work that low and away corner has just been missing it. It's just based off the way this umpire's been calling it. I don't think you're ever going to get that call in this game. Here's the 1-2. That one skips in front of home plate, laid off, rightfully so, 2-2.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't think of 100 questions.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 gone. Next pitch inside. That one got her looking, and 2 of the 3 strikeouts in game 2 belong to Rinkmeyer. 1 swinging, 1 looking. There are now 2 gone. Back in Quinones, who got on with the walk. Showing bunt, now pulls it back. Lavers.
I guess it was low.
Yes. 1-0. Right side. Carter down to a knee. Tosses to Edgar. 3 up, 3 down. In the top of the 4th inning, Cavaliers moving right along. Lavers 3 straight scoreless, and they still hold on to their 4-1 lead.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or
back here, bottom of the fourth inning, and we have a pitching change for the Archers. It was only 3 innings of work for Jaden Howard. Her day is done, and insert back in Ashlyn Miller, who came on in relief in Game 1, does the same thing here in Game 2. Her team down by 3, trying to keep it that way as the Archers will be looking to come back later on as they'll be down to their last 9 outs still to work with after we wrap things up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. I'm Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. The Cavaliers are going to complete the doubleheader sweep of the afternoon. Deja Gardenhire, good swing there, slaps up the first base line. That goes foul into the visiting bullpen for Deja, the designated player here in Game 2. Had popped up to the catcher in her first at-bat. Sits here in a 1-1 count. The first batter faced here for Miller in Game 2. Here's the next pitch. Jammed her right out to the shortstop for her first out. Multiple times we've seen a hitter jammed inside on the handle. Back in Hannah Archdeacon, 0 for 1, a fly out to center field. First pitch, about let her high, but not enough to get the call, 1-0. Miller in the circle, left-handed freshman, utility player from Unity High School in Tolono, Illinois.
Not familiar with Tolono.
Neither am I. I'm not too familiar. Once I start getting out of Kansas and Missouri, I'm not too, at least from the north. Taking plenty of trips down to Oklahoma, Texas, Tennessee for my honeymoon, but outside of north, I haven't experienced much. I guess I have, well, no, I was Indiana. I've been to Lafayette, Indiana. This one's put out right field, 2 up, 2 down for the Cavaliers. How many different states have you think you've been to, and you've had the time of travel for work, and you've relocated many times? What would you, so off the top of your head, what would you have to guess?
Over 40. Not the contiguous,
Pretty close. Well, do you ever want to be one of those people that go and say, I've been to all 50 states, Alaska and Hawaii and everything included?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to travel.
Half-hearted swing there from Haley Bryant. Didn't want to, but
yeah, traveling for business is a lot different than traveling for pleasure.
It's kind of the nice thing for me. You want to get the sportscasting. That one foul tip 1 and 2 is be nice because kind of get to travel, get to go all these different, hopefully at least, get to go all these different places, all the nice venues and stuff, and doesn't really feel like work still. It's a nice, still not quite like vacation, but still there's a lot worse things to be traveling for.
Oh, you're not kidding.
The strikeout ends it there. 3 up, 3 down for the Cavaliers. After 4 innings, your score, Johnson County 4, St. Louis 1. On to the 5th on Johnson County Sports Live, your home of Cavalier softball.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Okay,
On to the fifth. Cavaliers in control, 4-1. Jalen Lavers looking to keep holding it down in the circle. She's strung together 3 straight scoreless after giving up a run in the first inning.
That run was unearned.
Yes. It was Trillo that got a single and then advanced to third on the 2-base error. This one skied up in the air, right side of the field. And Taryn Burkhart comes in for it, almost overran it. She did. Able to reach back and brings it in. Schooler is down for the first out on to Bax, who grounded out to the pitcher last time out, 0 for 1 on the day. Ooh. I thought for a split second it might have hit her. She just took it really, really well, but it just jarred out of the glove of Archdeacon. 1 ball, no strike.
Nice fast. She got some zip on that fastball today.
Yeah, I know.
Progressive research.
Johns County pitchers have been in a groove today. 1-1 pitch, just getting a piece of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got her set up. See if she can punch her out here.
What do you mean? I was gonna say.
Third official at bat of the afternoon for Bax, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Bunt straight up in the air. Archdeacon, and it's actually Burkhart that comes in and brings it in. Luckily, nobody running into each other, having that fall safely in fair territory, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, that's an easier play for Burkhart there. Doesn't have the mask on. She's coming in on the ball.
Back to the top with Crisco, 1 for 2 with a single.
Blind spot, and like especially like if I look or lift my head and look forward like that, there's a little.
She was part of, if you ask a Archers fan, a controversial call over there at third where Burkhart fielded it. It was a full extension, diving out on her stomach and getting up and tagging her out as Crisco was trying to advance from second to third. And it wasn't exactly there. I think they said they got her out on the tag, but they had also mentioned maybe out of the base path. Which,
well, typically if it's out of the base path, you'll see him go and then call out. But I think he called her out on a tag. But of course, the St. Louis coach didn't like the call.
Yeah, and that's plain and simple. He was not pleased whatsoever.
I don't think he thought she was able to get the tag on her. But of course, it's impossible for us to see for sure.
3-1. Line, that's going to get down. It's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 hop on the wall. And it'll be a 2-out double for Crisco as her great afternoon continues.
It's been hard to get out.
Fourth base hit. 3 doubles and now a double. 3 singles and now a double. Now on to Gretchen Trello. First pitch swinging, pops it up into right field, and bringing it in is Bryant for the third and final out. Trello frustrated, heading back into the dugout, not having the afternoon that she expected. The 489 hitter coming into this afternoon, not having a great day. Good news for the Cavs, though, is they still lead 4-1 into the bottom half of the 5th inning.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Already fifth inning and back to the top of the order for Johnson County. Third time through, Taryn Burkhart, 1 for 2 with the triple. He flew out to center in the second inning.
I know, and then it was Iowa State playing basketball. So Grayson called me on her way home from work last night, and I came out after
A 1. If I had $1 for every player that was getting jammed, I'd have at least $5 by now in total between the two games.
Put a couple more with that, and you can get a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Good. Well, not a notorious coffee drinker myself, but
yeah.
I'm sure my wife would take it. She loves going to Starbucks.
I used to call it $4, but now I think it's closer to $7. Depending on what you get.
Well, that's why I was smart. I got our coffee maker for Christmas that does iced and hot coffee. So this one is past the third baseman, out into left. Another one out knock for Lizzie Carter. And Jaylee, you know, she is coming in and she is just itching for a hit in this one. It's reached with 2 walks and it's come around to score both times. And of course, the last one in the third, it was off that 2-run home run from Aspen Burgart, who's currently on deck. Next one from the lefty is inside and in the zone, 1-1 count. Jaylee was on a hot streak just a couple of weeks ago where she was earning not only Conference Player of the Week, but NJCAA Division II Player of the Week honors. Took a jab at that one, tried to bunt and put it down, but couldn't make contact. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner still at first is Carter.
You had the first baseman almost in her lap there. I'm not sure that she could have got it by her. Well, she's had a rough day at the plate.
Strikeout for Jefferson. Now 2 gone, but Burkhart, again, with her power and her ability, it's one of those times it almost feels like you always have a chance. Like if you're Johnson County, if you have a runner on and whenever she comes up, you know it's just you feel like the inning's going to keep going on. Doesn't matter what it is, and you might see another home run. It's
when you're hitting close to 500, you know, it's a pretty good chance.
Starting to get in that territory as Carter makes her way back. First, she's in safely. But for Aspen, almost getting to the point in the season where every time she comes up to the plate and pretty much already there, it's like you almost got to stop what you're doing and you just got to, if you have a conversation, you got to cut it off. You got to watch this at bat to see what she does. Her solid contact, that gets up and foul. Up the first base line, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
She's got legit power to all fields, too.
Yeah, we've seen her left, center, and right. Doesn't matter. She's put them all over the wall multiple times. With wind, without wind, you name it. It's wicked power. Next pitch. That stung out into the gap. It's going to one-hop the wall, and they're going to wave her around. Oh, they're going to hold her up at third, and Burger will slide in safely at second base. Another double for her on the afternoon, and the Cavs in business. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And another chance here for Eve Morris.
That ball got out there in a hurry. She'd have had a little bit more launch angle on it. She'd have had another dinger.
Mm-hmm.
Two big RBIs out there.
Yep.
2 down. See if the Lady Cavs can plate these two. They've been pretty good with 2 outs all year.
And with Morris, another chance to keep that hitting streak alive. Currently at 10. Just pushed it at 10 with her getting a hit. I believe if she got a single, it was in what ended up being her final at-bat in Game 1. Got the single. And now facing again what could potentially be her final at-bat. She stings this one out into left field. She goes over the wall. It's a home run. 11 games in a row with a hit. Nothing bigger than that one for Eve Morris as she rounds the bases, and the Cavs add on another multi-run home run. 3 coming in.
Yeah, really big with 2 outs, too. That's just, wow.
And there is not a hotter hitter in the Kansas Jayhawk Conference and arguably in Division II than Eve Morris. And she just proved it right there.
Somebody throw it back in. Oh.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, it looks like a father and son or somebody.
St. Louis fan throwing it back.
See, empty our base paths on the screen here. All of them coming home. 1 swing of the bat for Eve Morris. 3rd home run of the day for Johnson County. 2 for Burkhardt, and now 1 for Morris. Agger battling ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes on Miller. Off the dish, now 3-0. Morris, that was her 8th home run of the season. Three balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch to Edgar. Just foul tips, gets a piece back, ricochets off the backstop, 3-2, full count.
Yeah, she was right on that pitch.
$3-2. I'd have $6.
Another one, yeah.
Edgar
getting closer to that cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Getting there, pops out too short. And it was the big 3-run home run from Eve Morris. Adds on to the Cavalier lead. It is now 7-1 Johnson County after 5 innings.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Game time starting to run out here for the Archers in hope of at least splitting this doubleheader with the Cavaliers. They dropped game 1 5-0, and they got out on top of the Cavaliers in this one. It was a 1-0 lead. They saw that vanish after the first inning where the Cavaliers played a 2 across and since have seen 5 straight unanswered scored for the Cavaliers, who currently lead 7-1. And all 5 of those unanswered were off home runs. First, it was the 2-run shot in the third from Aspen Burkhart, and then the 3-run homer we just saw in the bottom half of the 5th inning from Eve Morris, who just took her hitting streak up to 11 games in a row, and no sign of slowing down.
Yeah, and that 3 spot in the bottom of the 5th was with 2 outs.
Yes. 2-1, Lavers. Count now up to 3-1. Lavers 6 outs away. Again, another quality start for her, qualifying to actually pick up the win here. This is 3-1. Slow roller, Carter over at second.
Nicely done.
There's one gone.
Boy, that was fluid the way she fielded and threw. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Another put out of the day for Carter. Batting order now moves along to Jones. Mora currently on deck, and Jones 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of flyouts on the infield. First to pop up to third and a pop up to second. Lavers, this is the 1-0. That one's below the knees for 2-0. Cavaliers have not had a whole, or at least the pitching staff have not had a whole lot to sweat about in this game. For the most part, between McNally and Lavers have pitched with a multi-run lead. Now that one misses 3-1. Archdeacon turned around asking the umpire where exactly was that, trying to get an idea of the zone.
Yeah, Lavers felt the same way.
And a 4-pitch walk. Jones will get on. First time she's reached a base here in game 2.
Yeah, if you're Lavers, you just have to challenge these hitters. You got a 6-run lead. You got to make them put it in play.
Don't be afraid to pin your ears back. Try to come after them.
Yeah.
You got the leverage and you got the cushion to do it.
You got the defense behind you.
Who knows? Maybe you'll get your 6-4-3 here.
Well, let's hope.
Maybe so. Moore taking her time back in the box, ready for the 0-1 from Lavers. That one bounces. Archdeacon keeps it in front, throws to first, keeping her safe and modest over there at first base. Did you just hit something?
I just jerked on that throw. I apologize. Archdeacon's not afraid to throw the bases.
Well, she is not. This one, again, taken in by Jefferson over at short. 2 gone.
Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, is that what you decided? Yeah, okay. Don't worry
Popped up right side of the infield. Carter gets under it, and another runner stranded for the Archers, and Lavers has really settled into a groove. 5 straight scoreless after giving up the 1 run in the first. Cavaliers 7, Archers 1, and St. Louis will be down to their final 3 outs coming up on the other side here.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Now the Cavaliers half of the sixth inning coming up here on JC Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. And Gardenhire, yes. So
Lansing blow off the shoulder.
So hit by a pitch. She'll make her way up. She was on an 0 for 2 day with the flyouts, both of them in the infield, and was just looking to get on base, maybe by any means, but having to wear that one. But she's over at first right now with Deja Gardenhire. Going along now, Hannah Archdeacon, the backstop 0 for 2 on the day. So far, all the bottom three in the order for the Cavaliers, 0 for 2. Oh, and taking a hard bounce right on the chops. Out there at short.
Maybe you can give me a private concert this evening. Oh, I don't have my recorder with me.
Yeah, so much for your potential 6-4-3 that you've been
took a wicked hop.
asking for. It took a massive hop taken, and trying to give her some extra time to shake it off. We did have another pitching change that was in that we needed to announce. Lily Hurley, a freshman right-handed thrower out of Appleton West High School in Appleton, Wisconsin.
I think she's pointing, said it just hit below her neck. At least it didn't hit her in the face. I could have put a hole in your smile.
Yeah, trainer's just taking the extra precautions again, make sure everything's okay, and she'll be all right. She's going to stay in the ball game right now. Out there short is Cece Mora. She took that one like a champ, though. I'll give it to her. But now runners at first and second for Johnson County. One foul back. Haley Bryan, the 9th spot before we go back to the top of the order for a 4th time through for the Cavaliers, which will more than likely be their final at-bats here. Gardenhire at second base, Archdeacon at first. Hurley taking the time, looking for the pitch, winds and delivers. And Bryant spits that one out into left field, and Gardenhire will be held up at third, and the bases will now be loaded.
Back to the top of the order.
Yep. Play to set here. 2 more runs just need to come across for the Cavs, and a spread will be put in order for anyone that could be running late for a dinner date.
Yeah, base hit will do it.
Here's the first pitch. Taryn takes on it. First strike one.
Yeah, that bad hop at short reminds me of when I was a kid. Tony Kubek was playing shortstop for the Yankees, and he took a wicked bad hop, hit him in the throat, but they kept the ball in front of him. And I remember Vin Scully saying, Kubek fights that wicked hop to a draw.
To a draw. Yeah. One of, if not the best, baseball voices and characters ever in Vin Scully. It's my favorite from him. Wouldn't even come from a game. It's actually from a movie. And it was the movie that you introduced, with Kevin Costner, For the Love of the Game.
Yeah.
And
if you haven't seen that, I'd recommend it. It's got everything. It's got a love story. And
yes, it's a good
baseball.
sports drama.
Yeah.
So I can't say the line without spoiling the movie, but
I know. Mom was the the queen of the tiny little skin band picture.
one of the greats, one of the icons. 1-2. Another one fouled off the net, keeping that bat alive. Taryn Burkhardt.
You know what? They're like you and me. Wait, really like you and me. He's a little bit fatter,
Oh, and did she? She did not. Drop third strike.
Wow. Yeah,
No,
she's out because first
Yeah.
base was
occupied. Yes. Gardenhire still does come around to score.
Pass ball. Medium depth fly ball could end this game. Oh,
and that will do it. Out into center.
That should be the ball game.
It should be, yes.
Yep.
And that will do it. Ball game is called. And Carter comes up, adds another RBI total, and the Cavaliers an impressive doubleheader sweep of the St. Louis Community College Arches. 9-1 is the final in this one after winning the first game by a score of 5-0. And these Lady Cavaliers, they have been stuck in a rut, or rankings-wise at least. Their production on and off the field doesn't say that, but you see the rankings. They've been stuck at 7. They opened preseason at 8. They took a little bit of a tumble in them after a rough start to the season, dropping 3 of their first 4, but have been nails ever since. And I tell you, they're got to start climbing their way up these rankings eventually, because this is a team that just has it all. Great defense, timely hitting, hit for power, hit for contact. It does not matter. And the pitching, great performances today from Lavers in Game 2 at McNally. Both of them going the distance, picking up the wins.
Yeah, one unearned run in 2 games. That's pretty awesome.
That was it. And another great doubleheader taken for Johnson County as everyone starts to head out of here. 6:20 officially, 6:19, 6:20 is when that game officially wrapped up. It was a little bit of a later start here today. Game 1 didn't get started until about 3 o'clock, and it did not matter as Johnson County took care of business. That was their final non-conference doubleheader of the season as they take care of the Arches from St. Louis, give them a long bus ride back to their next destination, winning the second game 9-1 and winning here in the first game 5-0, 9-1 here in Game 2. So what's coming up next for the Cavaliers and what is going to be here on Johnson County Sports Live this week is they'll be back on the road on Thursday, and this ends a 16-game homestand that they had, and they capped it off, wrapping it up with back-to-back doubleheader sweeps, 4 straight doubleheader sweeps, all the way going back to doubleheader with Kirkwood and then Northern Oklahoma, Allen County, and now St. Louis Community College. That's 4 straight doubleheader sweeps here at home. The Cavs will be on the road, their very first road conference doubleheader of the season this Thursday. So a quick turnaround for these Lady Cavs that had 7 days and then 5 days in between their last 3 doubleheaders. They'll be back at it on Thursday. First pitch in Game 1 starts at 2 o'clock and then 4 o'clock. If you're following Johnson County softball on Facebook or X or any of the social medias, I believe Fort Scott does have a free-to-watch link, so be on the lookout for that. And then we'll have their game back here on Saturday, the 6th, as the Thunderbirds of Cloud County come in. Another conference doubleheader here at home. First pitch of that one is 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And partner, I'll turn it over to you because I know you won't be here with us Saturday. We'll be thinking about you. We'll be looking forward to you getting back in the booth. But just kind of your final thoughts on the doubleheader today as we come in. We knew both these teams that were coming in with high-powered offenses and great pitching. We weren't sure what exactly we were going to be seeing. I wasn't quite expecting 5-0 and 9-1 were going to be the final scores in this one, but that just goes to show, again, this Johnson County team, they have the makings of a championship team.
Yeah, there's no question. That's, timely hitting and lights-out pitching. I mean, what can you say? I mean, giving up one unearned run in a doubleheader, that's pretty outstanding.
And And that's against a team that was coming in batting .392 as a team.
And, they score 15 runs.
Yeah, in their
14 or
past
15
couple of
runs.
games.
Yeah, in this doubleheader, I think the Cavs scored 15 runs, and that's pretty awesome, too. Aspen Burkhardt again, just a terror.
Yeah, two home runs for a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. And this day, Eve Morris also extending her hitting streak up to 11 games in a row, capped off with a 3-run shot in this one, helping the spread come into effect. And Izzy Carter coming up and capping it off, bringing that eventual final spread run to come across and score. Deja Gardenhire came around to score on the pass ball, and that's how we got the 9-1 score. Yeah, this was a St. Louis team that came in winners of 6 in a row, as were Johnson County. Now they've lost back-to-back games, and they had the 5-inning spread applied in 3 of their last 6, and 2 of their last 3 they had scored 12 runs.
Yeah, that speaks to their offensive ability. So again, hats off to this Johnson County pitching staff for holding that team down to 1 unearned run. Wow.
It was an honor and a privilege, as always, to watch this team. Again, if you haven't watched a lot of softball, until now, and you're moving along, and you just take some time, watch a doubleheader of these girls every 2 doubleheaders or whatever. They will win you over. They will make you fans easily. They made fans out of me. I know they've made fans out of you.
No
They're
question.
so fun to watch, so talented, and going to be really, really fun to watch and move along in their quest to defend their Kansas Jayhawk Conference division title for the 2nd year in a row, going into regionals and potentially going on into the national tournament. We'll have to wait and see on that. Still plenty of ball to be played in April and a little bit at the beginning of May. So that's going to wrap it up for us here at Johnson County Community College. I want to thank everybody that joined us for today's doubleheader. Again, final scores in Game 1, Johnson County 5-0, and Johnson County in Game 2, 9-1, take the doubleheader sweep against the Archers of St. Louis Community College. The Archers will be back on the road this Thursday as well with a doubleheader at St. Charles Community College. So both have a chance to get back in action in just a little under 48 hours from now. Alongside Dennis Drennan and the rest of the staff here and crew in the press box, I'm Dylan Funk saying so long from Johnson County Community College, and we will see you next time here on your home of the Cavaliers, Johnson County Sports Live.